Hello and welcome to part 14 of the WFCC Learner's Corner. In this video, we'll be looking at help-selfmates. Now, in previous videos, we've discussed what a helpmate was and what a selfmate was, and now we combine them both. So let's get started. So a help-selfmate is a stipulation where white, to move first, cooperates with black to get a position of selfmate in 1. So for instance, if it says help selfmates in 3.0, that would mean it goes white, black, black. So the last 4 moves, the white and black have both been cooperating, after which white plays such a move in which black is compelled to give mate to white. And so, in a way, it's a betrayal. And let's dive in right to understand this stipulation better through this Help Selfmate in 5.5 by Abdelaziz Onkoud, which won the gold medal in the World Cup 2023 of Fairies. So let's get started. So the position in front of you is a Help Selfmate in 5.5, and if you all remember, a 0.5 means that it's just 1/2 moves shorter. So for instance, right now, if it's 5.5, that means black will play the first move, followed by white playing 5 moves and black playing 5 moves as well. So there are 2 solutions to this, and the first solution starts with rook into d5, bishop d4, rook into d6, bishop c3. Remember that both white and black are cooperating for the first part of the this solution. So bishop c3, bishop d5, king to d4, rook to d8, rook to e3, and rook to d7. So 4.5 moves have been played, and now it's time for the last move by white followed by the last move by black, and this was the help section of the solution, and after which a selfmate in 1 has been reached, where white can play queen to a8 check, and now black is forced to play bishop into a8, which is checkmate. So let's look at the second solution. That bishop into d5, rook to e4, bishop into c6, rook to f4, rook to d5, king to e4, bishop to a8, bishop e3, bishop b7, rook d8 check, and rook into d8 checkmate. Again, as you can see, till bishop b7, both sides were cooperating, but now white plays such a move, rook d8 check, after which black is compelled to play a rook into d8, since that's the only way to stop the mate, which is actually a checkmate on the white king, thus being a selfmate in 1 move. Now, what is so special about this problem? Well, first of all, this demonstrates a very aesthetic element in many different compositions, that is an orthogonal and diagonal transformation. So that occurs in a problem in which the strategic effects that take place on the orthogonal lines in one phase are shown again in another phase, but change to occur on diagonal lines and vice versa. So, for instance, in this solution which we just saw, black plays bishop into d5, rook e4, and then bishop into c6. So black plays tuk, followed by rook to f4, rook to d5. And in the other solution, black plays rook into d5, rook into d6, bishop c3, followed by bishop to d5. As you can see, in the first solution there was bishop d5, bishop c6, rook d4. In the other solution there was rook d4, rook d6, bishop d5. Thus, the strategic effect that black captures 2 pieces on the first 2 moves, followed by moving a piece to d5, is of course reversed in the other solution. Another interesting paradox is of course the tempo move, and that occurs when a piece could move to a square straight away, but instead decides to play a waiting move with the piece followed by moving to that same square. So for instance, in here, king d4, a rook to d8, black plays rook to d8 here, where he could actually just go rook to d7, since that's his final destination, right? However, if he goes to rook d7, followed by rook e3, a tempo paradox occurs, since now black has no move to play. If he could play any waiting move, then that would work fine, but he has no move, and so he might have to move the rook away, after which there would be no selfmate, since after queen a8 check, black has another move, that is to move to d7. The same could be seen on the other solution too, with black playing bishop to a8 first instead of straight away bishop to b7. And after bishop e3, he comes back to b7. There's of course a lot of play on the same squares as well in this composition, since first of all, like we mentioned, d5 is heavily used by both the rook and the bishop in the solutions. And for white pieces too, there's in one solution the rook goes to e3 to guard that escape square. In the other solution, the bishop goes to e3. Again, play on the same square. What else is there? There are lots of other elements in this as well, since of course there is this new term coined by the judge in this World Cup, that is a Zlahi 2, which of course just occurs in Help-Selfmates, in which black captures the piece which is going to force him to get checkmate in the second solution. So for instance, black captures rook into d6 here, and of course this queen checkmates, and in the other solution black captures the queen on c6, which was the mate in the first solution, and instead the rook gives mate, so rook d8 checkmate, and which was captured in the other solution. And so this is the Zlahi convention which we learned in previous videos, but slightly modified to suit Help-Selfmates too. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.